And I'm really nervous for the next generation of young black girls after seeing some of y'all's response.
This creator makes a very valid ass point. This is a point that I've been fighting for my life against like all the time whenever it comes to wig warriors. There's an actual another creator on TikTok that states, I don't even know her name, don't even know where the fuck I found the video. But I will be putting this person who posted this video that I stitched in the description, excuse me, her name. But so like she was very on fucking par whenever she speaks for little black girls in this next generation, and the simple fact of the fact that a lot of parents or people who could be potential parents right now want all black everything until it comes to their hair. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say that every black woman that wears wigs is biased against natural hair, because if you've ever done your natural hair, mind you, I cut my hair off a lot. I'm not a fan of having hair, but I do love my natural curly hair. It was not always like that though, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But there are people out there who wear wigs simply to protect their natural hair. I'm gonna say black hair, to protect their natural hair, simply because the environments in which they live in, or the area in which they live in, the water is so harsh on their hair that it makes it very hard for their hair to have a good, healthy upkeep. So they keep their hair put away. There are also wig warriors out there who fucking hate their natural hair. They say it's problematic. They say it is time consuming, etc., etc. They come up with a bunch of excuses. But in my opinion, I don't give a fuck how long you've been doing wigs. You sit there and pluck bleach and do hairlines and all that good shit on a fucking wig. That shit take at minimum an hour, at most 2, depending on how detailed you are or how good you are at the skill. Within 2 hours, because I don't like to blow dry my own hair, I rarely ever do, but within 2 hours, I could have detangled my hair whenever my hair was laid down to here, shoulder length. I could have detangled my hair, parted that shit, and put at least half of it in thick twists, not small twists, but thick twists. That's within 2 hours, because it only takes me at most, if I'm not doing a deep condition that day, about 20 minutes to wash my hair real good. Just say you hate your hair. Just say you hate your hair. And a lot of this has been conditioned because of the way, one, we have to present ourselves whenever it comes to being outside, and two, social media. Social media is a big reason as to why a lot of people hate their hair, because they're being influenced by people who are not disclosing that they're biracial. Cardi B right now, I hate talking about this lady whenever it comes to saying something negative, but it's a good point to make. Cardi B right now just released a hairline that is marketed towards black people. Cardi B is not black. Cardi B is not black. I really wish people would stop saying Cardi B is black. Cardi B is Hispanic through and through. I like the lady. She funny as fuck, but Cardi B is not black. She's marketing to black people, but she's not black. This is not me saying that she don't know how to take care of hair, but you have to understand, even though, yes, people consider Dominicans black, Cardi B is not black. They fall on Hispanic. Therefore, yes, her hair products may work for your hair. However, she is not black. There are several biracial and people who are not black but could fall under black people who are making hair products for black people, and they're not black. That's one big stigma that I hate about the hair community, because if a person falls under the 3B or less, if they got a wave in their fucking hair and they got some pigmentation or melanin in their skin, they automatically start marketing to black people, and that's what's the word I'm looking for? It feels like a ruse. It feels like a ruse. I went out and bought Creed simply because, one, I know Beyonce's mother was a hairdresser. Two, I was very curious because I know Beyonce has also cut off her hair and she's grown out her hair. I remember whenever she did that pixie cut and grew that shit right back out with the blonde and all. I was very amazed. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I bought Creed, tested Creed. I like Creed. I will say that Creed did not work for all parts of my hair, but Creed definitely worked for my front and my back. And shit was thinning the fuck out. It wasn't thinning the fuck out. Let me rephrase that. It was not maintaining the same health that the middle of my head was. The middle of my head is completely different texture than the rest of my head. It is much thicker, much more sensitive. And I wouldn't have known this had I never cut my hair off my senior year for my prom. I cut all my shit off. And I will not say some of the things that were said to me, but I never regretted the decision, because that is what taught me how to do natural hair. That is what taught me how to take care of my natural hair. That is what taught me how to grow my natural hair. That is what taught me what was good and bad for my natural hair. That is what taught me when a lot of products are marketed as black products, they were never made by black people. They were made under the guise of black inclusivity under white brands. And I don't shit on white brands, because what's that brand? I think it's Aussie. Also, he had a shampoo one time. That shit was fabulous for my hair. I'm talking about did wonders. Had my hair soft as fuck, moisturized as hell. So I don't shit on white brands when it comes to being used on black hair. I just know majority of these white brands are not made for my hair. And when it comes down to a lot of people saying that it's not that deep, it is in fact that deep. If it wasn't that deep, they wouldn't have had to make the Crown Act for people to wear locks in their furrows and braids and things of that nature to school, to work. You cannot discriminate me based on my hair. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Not only that, if it wasn't in fact that deep, black women back in the day wouldn't have been having their heads on ironing boards, pressing out their hair in order to get considered for jobs. If it wasn't that deep. If it wasn't that deep, we're going to take it back to slavery. Slave owners wouldn't have had women cut off their hair, because specifically slave owner wives wouldn't have had women cutting off their hair because the men were so enticed and enthralled by seeing these black women with their natural hair. It was so interesting to them. It did something to their body. If it wasn't that fucking deep, it is in fact that fucking deep. The self-hatred runs that fucking deep. And it is so disappointing because I hate whenever I get on TikTok or any app for that nature, and people talk about their 4A, their 4B, their 4C hair, and talk about how difficult it is, talk about how they don't want to do it, talk about how it's thick and that, things of that nature. That is healthy fucking hair. Everybody be talking about 3A, 3B, 3C hair is good hair, 2A, all that good shit. They be talking about all the looser textures are good hair. Bitch, no, good hair is good. Good hair is healthy hair. Good hair is hair that is moisture retaining. Good hair is hair that is going to maintain a style no matter what I do to it. And in my opinion, when it come down to doing twist outs, braid outs, and anything of that nature, 4A, 4B, and 4C got the motherfucking cake. I done seen some of the most beautiful and juiciest twist outs, braid outs on 4 hair. So I don't want to hear that shit talking about, oh, my hair is unruly, my hair is this, my hair is that. Just say you don't like your hair. I would be way more respectful of people if they would say like what they actually feel instead of coming up with excuses. Because one of my biggest excuses before I actually took the time to learn how to do my short hair was like, I got short hair, only thing I could do is a TWA. I could do finger coils and shit like that. I actually took the time to learn how to do my short hair. I did braids on my short hair. I did twist outs on my short hair. I even locked my short hair at one point because I was curious. I was like, can you lock your hair from this length? And I did. I like that shit in the dyed green, bitch. The fuck? Like, there is no such thing as hating your hair. You've never been taught how to do it, in my opinion. I can't hate the hair that grows out of my hair. I think it's very beautiful. I don't like my natural hair color. It's like a sandy motherfucking brown. That shit is dead. But I do like my natural hair. I like the differences in textures. I like the differences in thickness. I like the fact that my hair, if I put a style in it, it's going to hold that style for a long ass time. That's one of the reasons why I like mini twists so fucking much. That style lasts me an entire month. As the time goes by, I could do a braid out on twistings. On mini twists. I could do a high-low on mini twists. I could do 1,000 different things. I could do space buns on mini twists if I fucking wanted to. Being 2 knots. Motherfucking, I could add hair on top of the mini twist if I wanted to. Like, it was never a question of, do I like my hair? I love my fucking hair. I love watching the process of natural hair grow. That shit is interesting as fuck to me. That's why I cut my hair out so much. I like the process of watching hair grow. I don't like the process of having long natural hair. I will admit to that. I don't. I had long natural hair as a kid, and I was like, the first chance I get, I'm either locking that shit up or I'm cutting it off. I cut that shit off. I hated the process of sitting there because it never felt like it was always dry. I love watching women who have long natural hair. And don't shit on women who don't have long natural hair. Because mind you, people do have short hair by choice. I'm one of them. I love having short hair. But if I'm throwing a cap today, I don't feel like throwing on a cap. I'm wearing my fro today. Like, but y'all are influencing young black women. Y'all are influencing young black women to hate themselves. Children and young black adults. Y'all are influencing them to hate themselves. I could never tell a young black girl that she's not pretty because she's wearing natural hair, or she looks childish because she's. First of all, these are children. This is a children's app. Let's remind ourselves this is a children's app. Children are everywhere on the internet. So I'm not saying you should be mindful of what you post and what you don't post, but you should definitely be mindful of how it might affect a child. I had to literally start remembering and telling myself that just because you see a lot of adults on your internet don't mean they're not children that come across your internet too. Y'all are influencing these young black girls to not like their hair. Y'all are influencing these young black men to start treating these girls certain type of ways because they like their natural hair. Let's be for real. And I get so disgusted whenever I see people in comments of people that are obviously children talking about, you look so childish. It is a fucking child. Because they not wearing wigs and lashes and shit, they look childish. Bitch, it is a child. Y'all have to remember that shit. Y'all on the same internet as children.